Hello, all of you Vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Broston County, episode 21 in the series. And we are on the cinematic camera, but he just really wanted to look at the inner city bus station, I guess, so that's fine. We are back over into this area because we are going to start meeting some education demand. But first, there's just something that's been bugging me for a while, and it's right over here. This just needs fixed. We just got this weird empty spot here that just needs to be addressed finally. So I'm gonna freehand this. Turn off all of that. Bring this down about like that. Then turn all these on and do that. And then we're just going to have some cul-de-sacs coming out this way. I'm gonna run a water pipe. Get this connected around this corner. Like that. Cool. And now we can finally just put some zoning back here. This has been ridiculous for the longest time. Let's get rid of the commercial here and here. And I'm just gonna paint it in with residential. This whole area. And just finally resolve this just being this weird orphaned looking area. We probably get away with commercial there, and there. And then we will do that. And then I saw like a little tiny house that I can get rid of there. And everything else is good to go. And that'll fill this area in a little bit better. I noticed that Dustin, when he was doing his detailing, didn't do these two areas. He probably just forgot. Or actually didn't do this area either. Yeah, he just probably forgot. I know he did all that up there though. And again, if you're new to the series, when the most recent update came out, it broke a couple of the mods and some were deprecated and they didn't come back. There was no way to get some of the detailing back. So a lot had to be redone, but I'm happy with it. Today, we are going to focus primarily on a new university. And I'd like it to be situated kind of out here on the water. I think that would be a nice place to have it. I'm thinking we're going to take up a good chunk of this. So what I want to do is, and we don't know how this area is going to develop yet. This is Dustin's part of the build so far. But I'm going to go ahead and mess with it. And if he doesn't like it, I will just, apologize later. And let's see. I want this to kind of roughly follow. I want to be able to get a bridge across so that we can develop this land back here and have another connection this way. So if that was, let's come in right. If that was all coming off there, is that a good spot to come across? It's an okay spot to come across, but I think this one would be better. Yep. So go to right there. And then what we'll do is bring that out one. I don't need this anymore. And bring this out one. And then we will once again rely on a mod to make a curve here. Maybe not. Yeah. Let's do create connection mode. There we go. Just so I can make this a little gentler and this a little gentler. Cool. Awesome. And then from here, I don't know that it needs to remain collector. I think we'll just prioritize that movement and have a road coming in off of that. In fact, let's formalize that we're prioritizing that. Yeah, that's good. And it's a sharp turn, but it's okay. And then we will come in with just a regular road for now. Off at a 90 right about here. And then that is going to turn, because I do want to have some buildings that kind of, sort of follow this riverbank right here. I'm into building riverbank areas lately. I don't know why. I just am. And here, I think we'll make this like a little park back here, right off the campus. So let's run a road that comes in right to that shoreline, and then we'll just connect these up. This one I can connect easily with the curved road tool, and I should be able to do the same right there. That's a little sharp, but nothing we can't fix. Oh, that's not at all what I want. Is there a way to change the direction that's coming from? No. Okay. Fine, be like that. Here's my voice cracks. What we'll do instead then is instead of bringing this off one whole segment, we will go half. There we go. That's better. So now this is our priority movement here with this coming off. And then this is going to be campus area, a big chunk of it. It will eventually probably go under the highway and join up to some things over there. But that's all way down the road. For now, I want to get this area started. And I want to kind of have our main campus building coming in right pretty much as soon as you enter the area. So I'm going to go to there and there and there. And before I forget, let's get some water pipes out here so that we can just have those ready to go. Excellent. And for now, by the way, I did delete the big across the map bus line. It was just bothering me. Dustin, you can put it back if you hate me for removing it. We're just going to have a bus that circulates some people over here just to help them get to class. And then, so, what do we want? We've already got a trade school, so we don't want another one of those. So we have a liberal arts college campus or a university campus. And basically, the way to really determine which of the two we want is to come all the way down here and look at its faculty buildings. So here we get a higher student capacity and better education efficiency across all campuses and all school types. So that's all well and good, but honestly, we're already so high over capacity on those two that really the only thing that would benefit would be here, but we want to build a university to make these people come over here. So not really something we need in this town. This one will reduce garbage. Again, not really a priority in this town. And this one will boost revenue from office zones without upsetting the unemployment. Again, not something I think we really need to worry about. So that means we look here. Here we get the School of Law, which will reduce crime and police department upkeep, which we're paying currently $23,500 for upkeep, and our crime is 7%. So if we get that down to 6, maybe even 5, and save a couple grand here, then this will pay for itself. It doesn't say how much it reduces it, but. And then we also get the School of Medicine, which will help our healthcare run even better, which we could definitely use a boost across the board. So that's not a bad thing. And then this one is the School of Science, which will help all of our specialized industries to boost their income while also reducing city pollution and electricity consumption. I think university is where we're going to go. I think we just get too many benefits from it to go with anything else. So we are going to drop in the University Campus of Broston County. That is a long name, but hey, we're going to run with it. And I'm just going to extend this all the way out and cover all this area for now, all the way over to here, and then all the way back in. I don't know how big this is going to be. I don't know what it's going to look like exactly just yet, but I do know it's going to occupy a lot of land. I'm going to try to bring in low density residential all around it and integrate it into the university itself. So let's get started and start thinking about where we want to put everything. So first things first, I want to go ahead and get in that law office, School of Law. And so again, we're at 6% now, but we were at 7. I just thought of it, and we're at 23,492. We want to just see what our benefits are from this. I want to bring this out to here, this out to here, and then this back just a little bit. I want to leave a little space behind there. I think that will do nicely. I hope. And then I want school law right there, centered on this. That'd be about right like that. We will get some water pipes under here. Lovely. And then I just want to connect a couple paths back here as well. We're going to bring this up and over. And then we're going to do the same on that side. And then we're going to come in here with node controller. And not quite lined up. We're going to put in a couple crossings. Right like that. So, crime. It does take a minute. Well, it went back up to 3, or back up to 7. But it should now start ticking down. Let's look at what this did for our upkeep. And it has, we were at 23.4. We've already saved 4,000, over 4,000. Let's see how low this goes. So we leveled out at $17,498.08. We were at 23 or 22.4. So we've saved 5,000 to 6,000 by spending 1,040. Why that is cheaper, I don't really know. But it is, and we'll live with it. It said it was going to cost us 22, didn't it? I'm pretty sure it said it was going to cost us 22. Yeah, it said it was going to cost 2080. It costs half that. Oh, it's because we have for-profit education turned on. That would do it. I know it's a horrible thing to do, but we're doing it, so whatever. I'm going to go ahead and crank all this up, and let's go for some science. We've got students coming in at a really quick clip, so if we can get our attractiveness up really quick, we might be able to get this thing upgraded right off the bat here. So let's throw in, actually I want to wait on the futsal club. Let's throw in a dorm, or no, let's go with, for now, these will wind up coming down. You guys know I rebuild these multiple times. That gives me 85 out of 20. Basically, I build them to get them upgraded, and then I build them in their final form. We'll just throw the groundskeeping there, and then the only other thing we have are dorms. So we'll just throw in a couple dorms, and hopefully that will get us to where we need to be for our attractiveness. Come on, where do you want to go? There's where you want to go. Awesome. No, not quite. Interesting. I thought that would get us there on our attractiveness. Well, what else do we need? What else do we have? I suppose would be the question. I guess we could throw in the futsal club just for... Is that how you say it, futsal? I don't know. Sounds like you're playing footsie to me. Oh, there we go, 230. So if we can get... I don't know that we'll get 2 academic works because our chances here are only 37% because we started so late. But I'm going to let this run and see what happens at the end of this first academic year. We're just going to focus on getting this thing upgraded so that we can get it built out the exact way that I want it. And we got enough academic works, and we have enough students, so we did indeed get right where we need to be. We got 3 academic works. That was amazing. We're going to hopefully get a few more. So right now, we just need to get our attractiveness up for the next year, and we're going to do that in a couple of different ways. One of which is... gosh, I really thought this was commercial over here. I was thinking it'd be really cool to have kind of like a downtown ball field. This is all residential. Maybe we could have it over here off of this and have it by the water. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I want to come into here. I'll eventually click the right button. And I want a baseball park. So I need a road that comes off about here, I believe. I'm just going to run this out for now to make sure I've got this where it needs to be. And I want this to be a little bit closer to the water than that. So we're now going to use move it, and with our terrain heights, highlighted. I'm going to run this right up here to the water's edge. Just like that, and then we will move the road. So we will run our road right here. Nope. Go in. Go in on that one. Go in straight. There you go. Kill that. And for now, that's just going to kind of sit there as its own little thing. It should have power. I don't understand why it said it doesn't have power. Because it was disconnected from a road temporarily. So this one's going to be over here on this end of the town. But we do want to make sure it is part of our campus. So we're going to extend this on over, and we're going to do more in this area than just this. We're gonna have stuff and things here. But this will help with the campus area, so we should now be able to come here to varsity sports, crank up our ticket price, crank these up to about the halfway mark so that we're getting some benefits from them. And then we can also, because we already have, I thought we could get it because the other ones that are claimed we can't, but we can do the advertising campaign, which will increase the number of visitors that we get. And then once we get this, that'll lower our costs overall. Right now, spending a lot of money, but that is helping with attractiveness. We're also going to grab this campus area and be very careful here about how we do this. We're going to run this through here, over to here, over to here, and into this area that is going to become another part of the campus area. There's not going to be education over here. There's just going to be campus sports. Get that cleaned up. And now sever all of this back out of here. There we go. We've got that there. I'm going to leave this pause because I want to get this done during this academic year, and hopefully the attractiveness will help get us kind of up where we need to be. So we've got this road right here, which I could continue that in. What I'm afraid of is that we're going to get too close to the zoo and disturb the animals. So instead I'm going to run that there, and then I'm going to make a connection off of here. Bring that out one more. Come on, don't go to the guideline, go to the length. There we go. And then I'm just going to run that straight like that. And then I will come in. There we go. It's just not cooperating with the arrange line mode. Smooth that out. Smooth this out. Lovely. And then, you know, I really want the stadium closer to the water, though. I guess that wouldn't be the best view. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not have the stadium right next to the water. Though, maybe if we had it like more here, that might not be such a bad thing. Okay, so mulligan. Let's drop it down and then figure out where we want to put it. I think that'll work. So we will use now move it to, well, you know, move it. Yeah, I'd kind of want it rotated around to where it's looking out over the water as well. Only thing is, we're going to have a lot of landscaping out here. So that begs the question, do we bring it out onto its own little pier? We don't really have room for one. If I had built this farther over, we could bring it out right here. So it's going to have to go there, and we're just going to have the fact of there's not a whole lot of trees over here. And it'll be okay. But I don't want to get it too close to the animals. I know that for certain. So let's see then where this needs to go. So that would work. So right like that. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. I still want a connection back here, though. I want multiple ways in. And I think this will be okay. I don't think this should cause too much stress for the animals, especially because we'll have some trees and things back here. Once I remember to, you know, detail all of this. So this thinks it's not quite on the road, so we'll just bump it up a little bit right like that. And then we, no, that's not the direction I'm not facing still. I want it facing the other way. I want it spun around. That's why it was saying it wasn't connected. Yeah, I want it spun around. Man, it's gonna be tough to get in here and do it the way I want to do it. So let's try again. And you know what? I just had a much better idea. We are going to relocate a couple things here. And then get rid of a few things. Okay, we don't have any bus lines on this. I don't need to be above ground. We're gonna lose some buildings. Totally okay with that. And oh, it still doesn't fit. Alright, that's a bit frustrating. It's okay though, because does that actually connect there? I can't tell. Gonna have to move the aquarium as well. And get rid of this road. Changes. I also would like to just relocate this. This is silly where it is. So we're gonna make this all pedestrian road right here. And connect that there. Get rid of that little stub. And grab this. And hopefully, it says distance too short, but nah, it's not. Get rid of that. And I'm going to try to redo this now. So I want this one to come down like that. And then I want this one to connect right. Come on, you had it. There you go. That's more like it. It doesn't make a perfect connection there, but it's perfect enough. So we need to get rid of all of this. And then this little stub of a road here needs to go. And then we need to connect that back up. Something's complaining about not being connected. And then we just need to investigate, are we ruining some bus routes? We are. But they'll adjust. Yeah, they'll adjust. Okay. So now do I have room for this big monstrosity down here? Barely. And I am okay with barely. So that's where we need to bring a street. Right here. Just like that. Don't know why I made it one way, but we'll fix that in a minute. And we spin that around to go the direction that I want. So now when you're out at the game, you're looking out over the water. Yep. Happy with that. So I need to nix this idea. I had a bigger plan for that, but it's okay. It'll be all right. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Undo? I don't have undo it. Crap. That's right. I don't have undo it. I played with undo it the other day and then got rid of it. I forget why. Oh, it wasn't working. Yeah, I had it and it just didn't work. It never undid. So I uninstalled it and figured I will look later to find out why it wasn't working. And never did. So I want to just clean up this edge. I don't want to get into those areas over there too much. And we'll clean that up. Just run that right like that to right there, and then sever that again. It was a little too close, and now we get rid of this again. Awesome. So what does that give us for attractiveness now that this is part of the campus? Let's make sure it really is part of the campus here. Are you part of the campus? Yeah, University campus of Broston County. So that gets us up to 336. Cool. Oh, this guy's now not in a pedestrian area because I pedestrianized that road. Okay, I can make just that little street a regular street. I'm fine with that. Though it doesn't need to be one way. That's why that street wound up being one way, is because there we go. That's what I had selected. Cool. So I don't think that this collector couplet is really going to function any longer. So we're just going to switch this back to what it was, because clearly I broke my collector couplet. I'm okay with that because traffic is kind of chilled out over here now that we've got trains and subways and buses coming over here. So it'll be fine. And wow, look, that can really potentially bring in a lot more people to this tourist area. I'm kind of stoked about it. Not so much stoked about the way that looks with the parking there. But oh well. Speaking of parking, we've got one big parking garage there, but that's never going to be sufficient. Like, it's just not. There's no way. That's not going to cut it. Where are those parking lots? They're here. God, those are huge. I didn't notice how big those were. So we definitely need, to now think of a new place for the aquarium and for the pyramid of safety and all of that stuff. I think we could move our city services back over here. And then probably get the pyramid of safety in up here. And that'll break that up from being a through street. Bring that to be like there, and then put the disaster memorial right behind it. Or do we want to do the opposite of that? Well, then this wouldn't be on the right street, though. So then we want to grab this and just scooch it over so it's centered in there. Cool. And then we need a spot for the aquarium, which can go right here. Off of that road? Yeah. We'll center that up. We'll get rid of the commercial that's in, or those are offices that I think we're supporting this guy, huh? Yeah. Ooh. That's going to kill its popularity, which is going to kill how much money it makes. Yeah, okay. So if that's the case, we need to definitely have this elsewhere. Because we can't have this thing losing money. So, what if we do, no, not bulldozer. I don't know why I hit bulldozer. What if we do this here? Like, run that to there. But we've got our fire station right there. That's all right. Fire station can still go there. And then move you to here. Actually, let's back it up off this way. Space already occupied by post office. It's going to move. You're going to go in and fill this. And then hopefully what we can do right behind here is get in just a couple more parking lots. Just a couple. Looks a little weird having the two different sizes, but I'm okay with it, as usual. And then post office just needs to be on a corner. It just can't not be on a corner. And then we can bring our offices back in over here and apologize to the hotel and say we're very sorry. We did not mean to get rid of your offices. It looks like we might have also killed some of its commercial. I still don't like it right down on the edge. Did we take out commercial? Was there commercial back there? I don't know. It helped unpause the game, though, wouldn't it? It would help a lot. I think we can get away with some commercial up to a little closer to this guy. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And then I want to run a path in. I'm going to use Anarchy and have that path go straight through the base of that. I know we'll see some people walk through it, but it'll be okay. So this should start bouncing back. Let's pause. Let's look at our campus area. And let's go get our attractiveness up just a little bit more so that we can get this thing going here. We might have to break this into its own second video, but I want to get this done, get it in place, and have it servicing the community. And yes, that is exactly what I wanted right here, was the outdoor study area, and I want it kind of right there. I don't want to use these because they add capacity, but in this case, I'm okay with it. And perfect on where it lines up with the elevations and everything, so I can just leave that as is. I was wanting to bounce it back a little bit farther, but that's okay. Well, I can live with it. And then just to fill this out, I'm just going to fountain spam, because fountain spam is the answer to all your life's problems. There we go. That will get that done. We can start getting some more tourists in to the town, which, what are we at? 75% attractiveness on the town. That's nice. I'm very happy with that. So cool. We're going to let another academic year tick by and see how we're doing. We're also going to take a look at our tourism. 1,615. I'm going to write that down and hopefully remember to come back to that number a little bit later. 1,615 with 75% attractiveness. Just curious if we don't get more tourists now that we have more things to do. I'm thinking that we probably will. I really do think that we will, but we'll see. So our campus has reached level 3, and it's looking pretty good. I moved this over just one tile, redid some parking here just to add in a little bit of extra, and then started on just a little road there that we're going to do something with. And then over here at the main campus itself, went ahead and made a few changes to get this a little closer to its final form. We have now the School of Medicine, which again, just to recap, it allows the city healthcare to run more efficiently with increased ambulance count and patient capacity. So that should hopefully see our healthcare jump up a little bit. As far as our crime rate, still at 7%, so it didn't do a whole lot of it. It did save us some money, so there is some advantage to us having it. Our final faculty building will go in along this side. I may bump it out by a block just to have a little space. And then we'll have residential all in throughout this area. Low density. Over here is going to be high density. And in this space, kind of in between the town and our baseball park, we're going to have some athletic facilities, the gymnasium, as well as some of our content creator pack. Not the big stadiums, but more like community style stuff that I think will look really good integrated into a campus/community to just kind of bring it all together. But we are trying to get this up to 5 stars. I don't know that it's going to happen in this particular video. What I do want to do, though, is real quick see if we can get to that 900 attractiveness. And I've added in a little space here because I want to, once again, bring the campus area over into yet another new area. And that's this block that we've just created here. Since this is kind of a touristy area anyway, it kind of makes sense to, have some of the tourists that come in for the games be over here. So I am going to get the basketball arena in right there. And then back here, don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I would like to leave a little space for this guy here. But we're going like 600, so I'm pretty sure that's like right on that. Yeah, I don't have anything on do I know. Okay, cool. So if we do something like this, we can bring that in, and then we can start thinking about turning this to follow this direction. I'm not sure what we're going to do to give this dude his space, but I think we definitely need to have something right across from here just to keep this separate. Obviously, we don't want anything big like that. That's too small. That's too big. That's too big, plus whatever. It is not the type of thing we want there. But we could look through our other unique buildings and maybe... Nope, that doesn't fit. The clock doesn't even fit. Wow, the clock's huge. What do we have in here that might work? Amsterdam Palace? Not really. You want something kind of... that complements that tower without stealing space from it. Maybe like the shopping center, but I don't really think so. I haven't decided if we're going to do Chirpex or not. That's too big. We could maybe... Where is it? Is it one of these over here? Yeah, it's one of these over here. We could maybe get the Central Park asset in here. Where is it? Is it way over there? Okay, cool. I think that might work. I I think I like this idea. Does this fit here now? No. Actually, it's going to take up the bulk of all this. And I think I'm okay with that. Just having some really big green space out here. Yeah, I'm okay with this. It means we have to extend this block out a little bit farther. So be it. I mean, the park looks fantastic. You know, we're here in the middle of this massive urban environment, but who says we can't have a big park? I mean, if New York City can do it, so can Broston County. And then we will just come in with another road right there. And my God, that is... Why didn't that connect anyways? Right there. That's a little better. Not by much, but we'll live with it. And then we just need some water pipes back here under the roads where they belong-ish. Because on this one it's going to be a little tricky because of that big park in the middle. But I think that will get that taken care of. Yeah, I'm digging the park there. And then we can usually hook on to these paths. Some of them anyway. Yeah, like that one we can hook onto, no problem. And then we can like just bring that one on down. And then I think we can hook onto that one too, yeah. And then we can just finish filling it out with trees. That is a lot of oak trees. And it's not even all oaks. It's like a mixture of a couple different species. Very weird. But we can fill that on out with trees just to make that area feel complete. Then the basketball arena is over here doing its thing. I am going to throw in some more parking for that dude. Let's bring it back here. Let's actually... Where's that road going to go? Right there? It doesn't quite fit. Of course not. Alright, fine. We will put it here then. And this will just be a longer road. I kind of want to get 2 parking garages back to back. So maybe we will have a slightly longer section. So if I go 480 and then 540, that should be enough to get 2 parking garages in. Back to back? No. Hello. There we go. So 540, 600 maybe is the number we need. Yep. 2 parking garages back to back there. 2 different styles. I don't want 2 different styles. There. And then that will help with parking in this area. Plus it's kind of tucked back here by the railroad where less desirable land anyway. So cool. This will help us with attractiveness. I do want to turn on match security. I am not going to turn on subsidized youth because that's $9 grand per stadium, and that's just $27,000 that I'd rather not spend. So cool, that gets us to 616. What else do we have? What else do we have? Do we have the gymnasium yet? Because I know I want the gymnasium. One of you are a gymnasium, aren't you? Yeah. I want that. It'll probably be over here. Just going to drop it there for now. I don't want the library because, again, it adds capacity. We could do the math club. They tend to add some attractiveness. So we've got the futsal club relocated back here into this corner. So we can do that there. And I know we will want the commencement office. I just don't know where we'll want it at the moment. So for now, I'm just going to tuck it back here. And then what does that do? Gets us really close, so we'll just come in here and tell the baseball stadium it can have a statue. And that should have us there. Yeah. So next time we should be able to get this up to 500. And we'll be looking pretty spiff from there. Except for the fact that nobody has water. And all of our students are going to die of thirst in class, apparently. There. Now you happy? Yeah, now you're happy. Awesome. But something over here is not. Somewhere. Yep. Okay. There you go. That should take care of you. Cool. I believe that is gonna send good shape. This was at 100% popularity, so I think it's just crime again. is our problem. We do have some traffic happening here that we might have to do something about. I think we don't need a dedicated turn lane here. I think we can get away with letting both lanes go straight, and that'll probably take care of that. That should sort that out. But we'll have to check in on it next time. And until then, I'm Brandon. Holy cow, needing to see how many people are being picked up by this train, reminding you to stay vainglorious.